Hey, what's up, guys? It's Greg again, back with you here, the convicted felon. It's been a little while. It's been since Christmas since I vlogged and got any videotape up here on YouTube. Things have been going well so far. Christmas was great. My kids had a great time. My wife's expecting any day, which is going to make number 4 child for me, which is going to be awesome, man. I love kids, but I think 4 is enough. But I wanted a lot of kids. You know, nowadays, a lot of people don't have a lot of kids like they used to back in the day. Let their heresy or their harem move on from generation to generation. And I wanted, I have all sons. I guess I just produce dudes. I guess I don't know what it is. And my cat screaming, let me in. Oh, he drinks Zephyr Hills. Stuff's amazing. But anyway, I was talking to my friend Andy the other day, and me and him have been best friends since we were kids, since middle school. The only best friends I have, I gotta say. And he was talking to me, and he's like, well, why don't you go get a job or something like that, or go and see what you can do. And he didn't realize he lives in Florida, and that's where I committed my felony. He lived in Florida, and he didn't even know that the severity of it, that can't get a job. Because put it to you this way, as a felon, which I am, if I were to go out and get a job at $10 an hour, 40 hours a week, that's $400. Then they minus taxes, leaves me about $325, maybe, give or take, whatever. And I don't know exactly what the federal government takes out of my check or would take out of my check, but I have 4 kids. If I were to put all 4 of those kids into daycare, you're talking about $400 per child a week. I couldn't even cover that, so which is why I work at home, and I hustle. Craigslist. Believe it or not, a lot of people out there, a lot of felons, they're either going to open their own business. Excuse me for my messy hair. I was out doing some yard work. A lot of felons are going to be wondering, what the hell do I do? How do I get a job or anything like that? Well, number one, if you've got a robbery on your record like I do, you're not getting a job. Period. Unless someone out there gives second chances and they're equal opportunity employers, like I thought Lowe's was in my last videos. I talked to you guys about. I thought Lowe's was that way, and I worked for the Lowe's company, and for one day, and they were equal opportunity employer, but they fired me because I had a felony. Number one, I could have took them to court because even though the felony is still in my record, and Florida is the only, well, as far as I know, the only state that's not going to let felons like me expunge their record, I thought that I didn't have to say anything. Well, which is true, because after 7 years, if it says in the application, have you committed a felony in the last 7 years? And I put no, which was rightfully true. It had been about 9 years at that point, maybe 8. Why they fired me, I don't know. Maybe because, obviously it was because of the robbery, but to straight out, flat out fire me, which is stupid. They went and did a background check, but at the same time, I asked if I committed a felony in the last 7 years, and I didn't, so why would they terminate me? Well, obviously because I have a felony, and it says robbery with a deadly weapon, and or a gun, which sucks for me. But the best thing that I could tell you to do, if you're a felon, is to, if you have a girlfriend, if you have any kind of cash, any cash you have in your pocket, split that cash in half, go to the thrift store, and find items that you can sell on eBay or Craigslist. I Craigslist all day long. I've got closets full of stuff from Craigslisting. Half the stuff you see in my living room, that computer is a $3,000 computer. I traded it for a fish tank. I bought a fish tank for $100 and then traded it. There's all kind of things that you can do to sustain yourself. If you go to college and you further your career and you get a GED and you do all that, it's still going to be hard to find a job because you still have that hanging over your head. I'm not knocking you if you go ahead and do that. I wish I could go and do that. Go get my GED and go to college all over again. But I have a family, and I've started a family, and I put my time and my effort into my kids. So that being said, do the best you can with what you have. I'll gotta check my cell phone because I hear messages rocking in. But just do the best you can. You only live once. You got a felony, make the best of it. Don't go bad. Like me, I got in trouble once and I never went back. It was enough to scare the living shit out of me to say that I don't ever want to go back to that place and experience what I did. Actually, in the next video, I'm going to kind of tell you how prison's like on the inside, as far as the people and the corrections officers are concerned. But I mean, I just, try to encourage you guys to do the best. Like me, like, I know you guys are human beings, and I know the situation. A lot of times, people are involved in drugs. They're poor. They're from broken homes, and they find a life of crime, and it suits them easily because the money's quick. And you have to have money to survive. You have to have money to eat. I mean, I've done it all, from rob people to smoke to selling drugs. And in the end, the good old adage that people say is crime never pays, and it really doesn't. The only thing that it paid me was $100 when I left. They gave me $100. They got me my driver's license, or tried to get me my driver's license, but it didn't work. But they gave me $100 or a bus ticket to wherever you want to go after you get out. I did 5 years, just about 5 years, and it sucks. It really does. But you just gotta do the best you can. I mean, a lot of my family members, they helped me out. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them were fucking like I killed 10 people. Like I think it's me and one of my other cousins that went to prison, and that was it. And I'm the black sheep of the family. Not a person in my family believes a word I say because I lied so much back then. But I mean, it is what it is. You survive, you fight, you try to do the best you can, and you move your life on. To a lot of the felons out there, just keep plugging away, man. You'll find something. If you want me to help you, I'm more than happy to help you and show you how to Craigslist and all that stuff. I have no problem with helping anybody. I mean, eventually I want to get my book out there published and get it to the point where I'm helping juveniles and adults all the same. Help them get their shit together. I mean, because it's so hard. The government's not going to help you. All right, number one, when you get a felony, here's actually, let me Google it so I'm accurate. We'll Google it and just see what. Let's see. Rights lost by felons. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We are on, you lose your right to vote, your right to serve on a jury, your Freedom of Information Act is now screwed, you cannot own a firearm, you cannot right to file a civil rights complaint, right to employment and licenses. Let's see, what else is there? Let's see what this article says. I hate this e-how thing. They give you a thing and they don't. Let's see. Number one, the right to vote, the right to hold public office, the right to bear arms, which I think is fucking stupid. The right to travel abroad. That means you can't go to Jamaica. You want to go on vacation? Can't do it. Expert insight, convicted felony. Let's see. Receives an official pardon from the governor and other. See, the only pardon I'm ever gonna get is gonna come from Barack Obama, if he's still in office, and if I write him a letter, which there are thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people out there that can't have. I mean, some of us can't even have bank accounts. It's that bad. But Barack Obama, our president, our commander-in-chief, who fucking rah, would be the one to pardon me. And as far as he's concerned, I'm a felon. He doesn't feel. I mean, a lot of people, they don't feel the emotional aspect. I mean, people say that, oh yeah, he's a felony, but they don't know the nights I spent crying when my kids were fucking hungry and I had to go out there and hustle after I got out of prison. No one cared. No one but maybe yourself is gonna care about how you feel. I mean, it's a shitty thing. It's like, alright, I'll give you a kind of a funny way to look. It's like having a big giant dick over your fucking head every day, slapping you in the fucking face. Can you persevere through that? Yeah, of course. I mean, you can do what you want to do. You can go as far as you want to go. But for me, I got into computers. I fix computers for a living for my home. I do digital arts. I've actually got onto the History Channel and did arts for the Gator Girls over there at on TV. So yeah, see, like right here, like I just got a client that wants me to make him a Facebook page. See, I mean, I got into computers. I've always loved computers, and this beautiful machine that I've had now for 3.5 years is all custom liquid cooled, and I built it, and I love it. And I get into that, and I thank my friend Bob and Andy for getting me into that stuff. But there's a whole bunch of options out there that you guys can take. I've been through them all, and for robbery on my record, it's shit ain't flying. You ain't working. You're not working at an airport. You're not working at any government job. You're not working as a police officer. You're not going to do anything that's got to do with the state. You can't get a loan. The banks won't give you a loan. You can't. I mean, it's like when you get a felony, it's like fuck you. I mean, it's just exactly what the states they say. Fuck you. You're not a human being anymore. You're a monster, and we're going to make sure. I mean, it's like they almost guarantee that you're going to go back to fucking prison. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't even speak. It's because they take so much away from you, and when you're a felon, you have to get some of that back, and you can't. I mean, you can't. I want to vote. I want to be able to vote for my next president. I want to be able to have a bank account. I want to be able to go out and do things. I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Ireland and go kiss the fucking Blarney Stone. But I can't leave I can't leave the United States. And it's stupid. They take so much away, and then they take it all away, and they expect you. Well, we took all this shit away. Go out and live a life. You can't. You fucking can't. You barely can. It's been I think 12 years since I've been in prison, and I had some great times after I get out. I worked. Don't get me wrong. I worked under the table a lot of times doing like concrete work and heavy steel work. I worked for the carnival. Traveling. I was a carny for a little bit, and that's all you're pretty much left with. You're working a fucking 9-to-5 job, bagging groceries, making nothing. How can one person support them? Luckily, I have a beautiful wife that understood what I was going through and was willing to accept it and say, "Fuck it, let's make a family and move on." And we have a beautiful home now, and gonna be 4 lovely kids, and I got lucky. I really did with her, and she is the most amazing woman in my life. So faithful and honest, and I can't even explain to you in words how important she is to my life. I'd be nothing if she left me. I'd have nothing because I couldn't get a job. But she understands that I'm going to be watching 4 kids all day long. I go out on the weekends with my friends, and she sleeps, and the kids are out at night, and I go out and get some stress relieved out of that way. Go out and play some poker or something like that. Just hang out with friends. But like I live in South Carolina, we pretty much go out in the back, light a fire, blow some fireworks off, have a couple beers, and then we go home. But it just sucks the way the government just fucking strip you of everything. Like they strip you completely naked. Like, well, you're in the middle of the woods, no compass, no way to go home and make a life out of that shit, dude. And that's what they say, and it's stupid. Now, for my case, for me personally, I committed a felony of robbery with a deadly weapon, but it was the only time I've ever been in trouble, and I still think that I should have the right to bear arms to protect my family. Now, a lot of other people are going to be opposite of that, and not agree with me. But if someone breaks in my home, what the fuck do I do? Do I throw a stick at the motherfucker? What do I do? Do I go outside before he shoots me and pick up a rock and hit him in the head? I mean, it sucks. Well, and then if I did defend myself, and like with a katana or something like that, and I killed the guy that came in my house, I'd probably go to fucking prison for it because he was my house or something. I don't know how that works. But I'm kind of ranting right now, but there's just so many things fucked up about it. I don't know what to say. It's asinine. Our government's fucked up. Point blank for felons. I mean, see, the thing is, the word felon, just hearing it, it's like, call me a fucking human. I'm a human with a criminal record that screwed up once in my life. Once in my life, I screw up, and I get fucking beat down for it. Like my co-defendants, they were all career criminals. I was just high and fucked up at one point in my life and made a mistake, and they sentenced them to 10 years. I got 5, but I wasn't a career criminal. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't make a habit of going out and committing crimes. I don't even think about that stuff. I don't even know how to think about that stuff. And then you put someone who's never been in prison with a bunch of fucking criminals who do this shit on a daily basis, who don't give a fuck about their life in essence. And it kind of makes you want to be a criminal, because when you get out, you ain't got shit to fucking lose. I mean, so it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But to all my felons out there and to all the people out here watching, do the best you can with the best you have. Just don't go back to that fucking place, because that place is not for you. It's not for anyone. It's made for monsters. It really is. It's made for murderers and people who kill fucking people and who go to prison multiple times, and they don't fucking realize, hey, something's gonna go ringing off in the head. Hey, I need to stop doing this shit because it's not right. So I'm gonna make another video, tell you what kind of prison's like inside. Rant some more. But I'm going to end this video at 15 minutes because I think it's going to cut me off. So later, guys. Peace.